Good afternoon, everybody. Man, it's a Saturday. Welcome back to the channel. Coffee on, coffee strong. Today's episode, man, is kind of a sticky discussion, and it pertains to the way the current defense or the current law of self-defense is right now in our country. It seems as though it's been thrown out the window because there's been a sense of double standard added to it, if you can understand what I'm talking about. Who you are and what you are depends on whether or not you're going to be charged. Close to where I live at, there was three law officers, two deputies, and a trooper that were involved in a love triangle where the female deputy was seeing her captain, and then when she weren't seeing him, she was sneaking off seeing this trooper, going back and forth. Anyway, had been going on for a while, and she was at home, called her captain or boyfriend or whatever. He decided he's going to go check on her. But unbeknownst to him, the trooper's at her house, inside the house. He don't know this. So he goes up there, gets out of his truck. He's not armed, don't have no firearms, nothing. But this other guy comes walking out the house, firing shots into the ground. Then he puts two shots in the chest and unlifes the sheriff's captain. Okay. Now, to me, that is straight up homicide. And the reason I'm talking about this is because charges hadn't been brought at as of yet to this date that I know of. Now, after 30 years of law, and I'm retired now, that is not a justifiable self-defense argument on its face when it pertains to deadly force. Okay? There was no deadly force pointed toward the original shooter, but he decided to enact deadly force on an unarmed person. That's not justifiable to me. I mean, let me know what you think of in the comments, man, because it's getting to where, I'll say this lightly, I'll probably piss some people off, but I don't care. You don't like the way somebody looks, you don't like the color of their skin, or they just stole your parking space, sort of things like that, and you decide you unlife them and then claim self-defense. First of all, there's got to be some kind of threat or fear for your life and a sudden imminent danger to life. This particular case, there was no such thing present. Okay? There was just a full-blown homicide in anger over this female. Okay? Then a few months back, in my area, they happened to be a sports bar. Okay? Now get this. Now there was a patron in there that decided he would go. He was armed. He's not supposed to be armed in an establishment like that anyway. And they're two brothers. They're Oriental guys. They love to have a good time. They're always there partying, laughing, joking, cutting up, getting along with everybody, So this one cat, you can probably guess the demographic. Talking shit, trying to instigate this. He's the one that was armed. So he instigates these two brothers. Finally, they have enough. They fixing to whip his ass. They're not armed. They don't have any weapons, nothing. This guy pulls out his gun and unlifes both of them. No charges. Why? That's not justifiable. To me, anyway. Somebody tell me, without without being hateful or being an ass. Just tell me what you think as far as your experience in the law. I've got experience in the law. The only way you meet deadly force is against deadly force. Only and only then shall you use deadly force. You've got to justify everything you do. You got to be able to articulate everything you do. And a jury, it's hard to convince a 12-member jury that this man is innocent. He unlived some unarmed person, and in that particular case, unlived 2 unarmed people. Where's the justification at? I want to know. See, they sweep that under the rug because nowadays we got liberal judges and DAs now, and the DA has the power to draw the charges up or not. You got to go by the law. That's what the law said. The law says you shall not use deadly force upon an individual that's unarmed and not presenting a clear present danger, right? Why are we making up laws as we go along? Because you're telling the public out there that, hey, I can just go out there. I don't like this dude, man. I'll just unlife him and claim self-defense because I fear for my life. His skin color scared me. It don't work that way. So I want to see what all you guys think about it. That just didn't fly with me when I had heard about the story, and that was what the news reported. Now, if I'm wrong, I apologize in advance, but that's what the news reported. Said the guy was unarmed, got out of his truck, the other guy fired 2 shots in the ground. When the guy kept walking, he fired 2 in his chest. That's not justifiable homicide. It's not. That's straight up murder, man. I mean, either way you look at it. But it's going on around the country in the different states. You're seeing situations like this. There's got to be more than just standing there and you don't like them, or because these 2 dudes had words several times. They knew each other. The captain weren't afraid of the trooper, and the trooper darn sure wasn't scared of the captain, you know. But, you know, I'm the same way with the situation I had down here, but definitely weren't no damn love triangle or nothing like that. It's just egos, you know, who's stupid. I'm just as much a man as any other man, you know. But you'll find egos like that. But when it involves a female like that in I don't know, it's not justifiable to me, man. It's just not. But tell me what you think in the comments. I'm not trying to put them out in the dirt because, you know, I told you about the case. It's not about them. It's about the law of self-defense and why it's not being pursued in the right manner like it's supposed to be. It shouldn't have a double standard stapled to it. Who you are and what you are, you get away with it. No, that's bullcrap. The law should stand the way it is written. The law of self-defense as it pertains to deadly force. You shall use deadly force then and only then against deadly force presented towards you. Not somebody walking towards you just standing there. That's not justifiable. You know. Now, if he knew the guy was there or was going to be there, he probably would have been armed. But he didn't know the guy was there. He didn't know that. So the situation would have been different. He probably would have been armed. But in this case, he was not armed. That's cold-blood murder to me, man. Just, yeah, I appreciate you watching the channel and everything, man. Coffee with Brian. You ain't got to buy me a coffee because I always got the coffee on, coffee strong. So, hey, you guys let me know. Y'all have a good one.